Welcome, everybody, to a very special conversation. Today, we have the very special Mooda Xo celebrating 4 years in business and in music. Um, Tell us a little bit about Mooda Xo Day and what it means to you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take it back to 2021. I'm not gonna lie, I was super depressed that day. My cousin had set up this photo shoot for me. He called me. He like, yeah, so you still coming? I was like, let me get up. I'm like, let me get this together. So then I go to my cousin's house. He's a photographer, and his girlfriend is a makeup artist. And then I was kind of like the creative director for like the shoot that we were having. And I wanted to go for very like ethereal, like black power kind of vibe. And so we can insert some pictures or whatever. But yeah, so I had a photo shoot that day because I felt like that was really going to help establish me and my brand and looking more professional. And that I feel like was just kind of like the first step that I took in establishing my business. And just focusing on that was the first time that I did something. I feel like, when you do something, it doesn't have to be this grand, spectacular gesture. Just the fact that you started it today. So just a reminder to myself to keep going. Also, I believe it's a statistic within like the first 5 years of business that like small business usually fail. So I just told myself if I can get through 5 years, then I feel like I can stand the test of time. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, again, congrats on your progress thus far. I'm super excited to be able to work with you and just kind of witness some of the things that you've done so far. It's super exciting to be a part of.
Thank you.
Yeah. So in terms of some things that you've done or accomplished for like the last, was it been 2 years or so that we've been getting to know each other and
I want to
working
say
together?
2023. So just about 2 years.
Yeah. What do you feel like has been, I guess, a highlight or a special memory of yours so far within the last 2 years?
Let me see. I guess my favorite memories are talking business, talking shop is great and all, but I just like that we could actually vibe with each other. Like we were talking about watching that TV show about music. Like I think that's cool. Like, be able to have a rapport and also like be friends. But what are like some events and things like that? Like, I don't know. I just feel like you always make sure that I'm taken care of. Like, we check in a lot, and I definitely feel like I wouldn't be as far as I am if I didn't have your support and you helping me. So I'm very grateful and thankful that I have you part of my team.
That means a lot. I'm excited to be a part of your journey. So in terms of your biggest risk, what do you feel has been your biggest risk thus far, whether it be specifically with the music or maybe personally?
I would say one of my biggest risks was, I guess, relocating. I went to a bigger city, so I feel like that's always good. And also, like, I'm from Chicago, so it wasn't necessarily like I moved to New York or LA, and then I'm trying to like navigate that space. But I feel like I have built a following, and people kind of recognize me, like, in Southern Indiana, Bloomington, where I went to school at, where I lived at for a while, and having a shift, and then like take my market to a different area. Because I'm from Chicago, I feel like it was some advantages because like my family is there, I have friends there, but it is like a bigger city, and I feel like you got to go out and kind of get it out the mud, and just completely like moving my market of where I was kind of working at. But I don't think that is necessarily a bad thing, but it definitely was a risk.
Definitely. In terms of challenges that you face so far as a recording artist, what do you feel like those things are?
Challenges, I feel like trying to find a decent studio and a decent producer, because you can find a great space that has like great technology, but then like the person who's like engineering that session, like it's kind of all up to how well they do their work, and also like what is their style. Like, are they typically doing like hip hop type of style, like stuff, or like so I feel like trying to find somebody that works well with you. So I would like advocate to have your own studio, but I'm not at that point to do that, but I'm trying to get there. And also like just the cost to go to the studio, like going to the studio can add up. I want to say like when I got my first song produced, I probably spent about $500 or $600 just in recording the song, and that was just a single. So imagine if you had like a EP or
Right.
a album or something like that. It's pretty expensive.
Absolutely.
So that's definitely a challenge for me. And I would say maybe like my time management because I still work. So trying to have time to record, but also like aside from me recording, I also like play at events, stuff like that. So just trying to find the time to practice, uh, time to perform.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, time management and the studio.
Got you. Very, very valid. Um, in terms of a skill that you feel like you've developed thus far, can you name a couple of those?
Yeah, so a skill that I feel like I developed was playing from ear. So there everybody's a musician in their own capacity, but it's like different ways that people learn. Sometimes people can hear music and then they could play it back. Sometimes people can read music and then play it back, but I didn't have the capacity to listen to something and to be able to play it back. I do that in a lot of like my TikTok videos. Like I learn it kind of that day and then I'm able to practice it and then, publish something. But I want to say before 2021, I did not have that skill at all.
Mm.
And I wasn't fluent in it at all either. Like it just took a lot of practice and me just, okay, let me pick this song, let me try it out. And y'all don't see this, but like I definitely be frustrated be playing the same song for like hours just to record like a 30-second video.
Right.
But
Right.
now I could do it way faster than I could before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you feel like learning your own music is easier or faster in terms of like retention or doing like a cover song?
I would say if I know the song, like if I can kind of hum it to myself, then it's easier versus like if I kind of heard it a few times, but I don't really know the song.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess just if it's familiar.
Got you. So in terms of your creative
Mhm.
process, what else does that include?
Yeah, so sometimes I'll like go on YouTube and I'll find a song that I feel like just makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll kind of start like coming up with like a cadence, I feel like, to the song, or like I'll kind of start humming to it. A lot of time I'll come up with like the melodic flow of how I want things, but then I'll come up with the words later. So I don't know how to explain it, but like
Okay.
yeah. What else do I do? Or sometimes like I'll just write. I don't know who told me this, but they was like, you should journal every day. And so like maybe I wasn't mad this week, but maybe I want to make a song about me being mad and I can go back and reflect on times that I was mad and kind of like pick some
Mm.
pieces from these experiences to like make it into a song.
Yeah.
So it honestly just depends on like how I'm feeling that day, but typically it's the first one. I'll kind of like listen to a song, I'll kind of start vibing with it, come up with like a chorus or something,
Yeah.
and then I'll just write the rest of the song. Also, I'm not the fastest writer. Even like when it came to me being in school, like if I have an essay due on Friday, like I'm probably gonna start it a few days before. Like I'm gonna write a little bit because sometimes I just don't have a lot to say, so I
Mm-hmm.
have to like, okay, this is all I got for today,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna come back tomorrow and try to just work at it a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Do you think in terms of like how you pull inspiration for music,
mhm.
do you just pretty much use your personal experiences, or has there been a time where you pull from like a story from a friend or family member?
Yeah, I feel like they've all been personal experiences, but I definitely should talk about something from another person's point of view. I just always think that if I put something out, people are going to think that that's how I feel or that's something I went through, and I don't want people to be
Yeah, I
thinking
get
that
that.
because,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of leads me into this next question about just the connection with storytelling.
hmm
Like it may not be like your own personal story, but as an artist or musician, I feel like a lot of us, give voices to others that may not be able to communicate certain things. So, can you share a story behind a time your music connected you to someone in a way that you'll never forget?
Yeah, so it was actually my first performance.
Mm.
This was back in 2022. I want to say it was maybe June. I had played my first wedding that same week, and then like a few days later, it was this. I think it was called like Can You Sing? It was like a competition in Indianapolis at the Ras Killer. It's like a
Okay.
beer garden, but it was a really nice venue. So basically, it was like everybody got to perform in the first round, and then the people who did like the better performances got to move on to the second round.
Mm-hmm.
So and then eventually somebody won. I'm gonna spoil y'all. It wasn't me. I didn't win, but I won to me. But basically, I was sitting next to this couple, and they're like, "Oh, are you performing?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, you look so nice. What are you gonna sing?" And I was gonna sing "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis Presley.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I was just kind of talking to them, making connections. And so when it was time for me to go do my song, I was like, "Hey, my name is Mooda Xo. Like, this is one of my first performances." But I was just talking to that couple in the back, and I was like, "I want to dedicate this song to them." And I had even got it on video, their reaction. They were really happy. And so I felt great in that moment. And they were like, "Yeah, now we got to stay to see like if you win." Like
Yeah,
I said, I didn't win, so hopefully they weren't mad about that. But I think they were glad that I kind of gave them a shout out and just like made that connection with them.
that's
So
awesome. That's awesome. So, along with that experience, is there another moment where you realized music was more than just a passion? Is your path?
yeah, I feel like so giving a little bit of background. So I had originally started playing the piano around when I was 8, just kind of like for fun. My auntie played the organ. I just thought it was cool. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I want to play the piano. And Alicia Keys was big during that time. And I'm like, I want to be like Alicia Keys. Like, so yeah, so I started playing the piano, and then I had took a year off, and then I had started playing the cello. And so when you're playing in an orchestra, like they have solos, but I feel like it's more about community and group things. So like I enjoyed that experience, but I feel like when I kind of start branching out like on my own, like trying to do music experiences like individually, like I feel like that's when people are like, "Oh, like, I really see your vision, and like I see like you really, you know, have a plan, and like you know where you're going,
Mm-hmm.
and like yeah, like this is probably something that's gonna make you go far." So I feel like, yeah, kind of I guess getting reassurance from other people and kind of hearing feedback, but also just like the way it made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
um Another big moment for me was I had got asked to play for Duran Jones and the Indications. I believe, I'm not sure if they're Grammy winning, but I know that they were definitely Grammy nominated. And so the Recording Academy wanted them to do like a segment. And so somebody reached out to me like, "Hey, like they're doing like live instrumentation. They need a cellist." And I was like, "Oh, wow." Like, not only did you say that they needed a cellist, you called me directly because you knew that I
Yeah.
was going to, yeah, do what I need to do.
Right.
So that was obviously very exciting. And, the Recording Academy is a very big platform. I mean, like one of the biggest platforms. And yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So being able to say that I was like featured on one of their like websites and their videos, like, I don't know, it just kind of made me feel like, dang, like, my mom made it. Like, I literally showed my mom, I'm like, "Listen, like, I'm on
Yeah,
TV. Like, you
that's
could,
major,
yeah."
major, major. So, being back in Chicago, tell me a little bit about the Chicago music scene.
Honestly, the Chicago music scene is crazy because, like, in a good way, not in a
Mm-hmm.
bad way, but like, I feel like it's so many like pockets within Chicago. Like, you got downtown, and a lot of people go on the north side to go clubbing. But I feel like, yeah, it's a lot of like low key places that you wouldn't think that music would be. Like, they have a lot of like cigar lounges or whatever. Like, it's a lot of places with live music.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they definitely are pro creatives and try to give people the opportunity to network and to get to know each other. Like they'll have like raves, like they have like old industrial buildings that used to be like silos or whatever, and the DJ will just pop up someplace. I've seen somebody DJ on the train, like on the
Mm-hmm.
platform, and just people just partying down there. Like, I think that's so cool. Um, some spaces that I've been into, it's a studio called the Dome, and they have like live jam sessions every Thursday. So I feel like that's very cool. But yeah, it's just a lot of space and opportunity for people to collaborate, for people to network. Like I said, I feel like you'll be successful here if you're like a-list artist, like
Mm-hmm.
radio charting, or if you're like underground, like, and also too, like, it's a big underground scene. So like if you aren't one of those big prominent artists, like it's definitely a way for you to get out there. So yeah, that's how I feel about the Chicago music scene. Super
Nice.
dope.
So, in terms of the like mainstream representation of Chicago's music, do you feel like that's accurate, or just in general, like how do you feel the internet has impacted, the worldview of Chicago?
That's actually a great question. I'm gonna start off with Chief Keef because, like, I feel like he's a great example of he started a subgenre of rap, and then it became global. Like, I feel like people are influenced by things or like do certain things, and they don't even know this. It's like Chicago originated or like Chicago influence. Um, I feel like Chicago kind of gets a bad rep to a certain extent, but like also we have a lot of different type of artists. Like I feel like when you think of Chicago artists, you just think about rap, but you have like different types of rap. You got drill rap, and then you got like more of the common type of spoken word type of rap, like poetry rap. Um, like No Name, like she's from Chicago. Is that
Okay.
her name? Yeah. I feel like I should cut
Yeah,
that
I know
out.
what you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't know she was from Chicago though.
But yeah, let me say that more definitively. No Name is from Chicago, and
Okay.
she isn't, I feel like, the traditional type of rap artist. Like she's more
Yeah.
kind of, I feel like, a J. Cole or like a, like not drill rap, but different type of rap. I don't know her name, but she just headlined or performed at Lollapalooza, but she's also from Chicago and she has a viral song. But I know like she's more kind of like R&B pop based music. So I
Okay.
guess like Chicago has other things to offer just besides like rap music. Which I feel like I said, the internet may think that, oh, this is just the type of demographic of music that there is. Also, it's a big house music scene, like electronic music, because house music started in Chicago. So I feel like even me, like I'm an example of an artist that isn't like a traditional type of stereotype type of music artist that you would think that would come out of Chicago.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a lot of different genres that are displayed.
Definitely. Definitely. All right, so let's hop into some pop culture.
Okay.
This is a show that I watched that I'm curious to know if you watched that I really, really love. Please tell me you're watching The Shy.
Oh yeah, I don't think I'm caught up on the last what season are they on now? Is it 4 or
8.
5? 8? Oh,
I think they're going into 8, maybe 9, 7 or 8 was this season, I believe.
I know I'm behind a season, but I have been watching The Shy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Well, as a whole, I think I really like the show. Like, I think that I'm not gonna lie, I was a hater when it first came out because I
Okay.
feel like just from the things that I saw it portraying, like I thought it maybe kind of focused a lot on like maybe the gun violence or like violence that happens in Chicago, which I feel like so we get enough bad press. Like I feel like violence happens everywhere, so like we shouldn't.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so at first I was kind of biased. I didn't watch it.
Mhm.
So then I started watching it maybe like a year or two ago, and I was like, oh wow, like actually this some heat. And then the cast, like
Yeah.
you got who's on that show? I'm so sorry. You got like Jacob Lattimore. You got wasn't Candy Burgess on there
Yeah.
too? I cannot think of her name. Lynn Winfield. There we go. They be saying she's like the evil person always. But yeah, like it's definitely some heavy hitters on the cast. So like I think that it's great scripts. Like I love the visuals and everything. I like that it's giving like new actors and actresses like a chance to just be on the show and not use the same people.
Yeah.
Fun fact, my cousin actually was on one of the episodes. I haven't watched the last season, but it's some
Wow.
type of skating episode, and I think he said he was on it. But,
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I know what episode you're talking about.
how else do I feel about The Shy? Okay, so this is what I was gonna say too. I feel like the first season was kind of based around, I cannot think of his name, but he played Eazy-E on
Yeah, I
the
know you're talking
NWA
about.
movie.
Yeah.
I feel like the show was surrounded around him, and then they kind of took a pivot. I think he got into some trouble or something, so they had to take him off the show. So I definitely feel like we all peeped that. I don't want to spoil it, low key, because I was gonna say what happened. But anyways, he just wasn't on the show no more, and so I feel like it kind of threw us off. Like, okay, so where they gonna go with it now? So I feel like it's definitely strayed away from the plot that it originally was going with, but I do still like it, and I do think it's a great show. So if y'all haven't watched The Shy, y'all should watch The Shy.
Absolutely, that's a must. So if your life was turned into a series or a movie, who do you feel like will play a great Mooda?
I would pick Yara Shahidi. I feel like I don't think we look alike, but I feel like we look enough alike,
Mm-hmm.
like same frame. And I don't have a fro anymore, but I would say also when I had my fro,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was kind of
yeah.
given that. And I feel like she has like a chill vibe, and very beautiful. So yeah, I would choose her.
So I like that choice. I like that choice. Is there anything that you're currently binging or watching now that you really enjoy?
So I gotta watch Love Island. I don't know. I don't like watching stuff that everybody else be watching because they be like, "Oh, have you watched Love?" I'm like, "No, like just give me a second, give me a chance." Like, oh no, like calm down. But I have been watching the show called Severance. I believe it's on
Mm,
Apple, like TV.
mm-hmm.
It's it kind of reminds me like of a very long episode of Black Mirror. It kind of has
Mm,
like some sci-fi vibes, but it's basically about people and they get this procedure done called severed or something
mm-hmm.
severed, and they put a chip in their brain and basically when they go home they have like their home self and then when they go to work they have their work self and so like when you like leave the space like you don't have those memories, so when you're at work you only know work and when you're at home you only know at home,
Wow.
so essentially you kind of have like another person because like they kind of have their own like emotions and feelings and things like that, but it gets toxic and some
Oh,
stuff pops off, but I think it's a super cool show. I feel like nowadays everything is kind of like recycled and
yeah,
repeated, so I thought that that was a very interesting like original concept.
definitely. That had recently popped up on my Instagram feed, a highlight clip of it, and it definitely seems interesting. So I might have to go ahead and give it a
Yeah, and
try.
they're only on season 2, so, like, it's not like they got, like, 8 seasons and you're like, "Oh, dang," like,
It's still time.
yeah.
Okay, bet. Uh, let's hop into some music. Um, what's your guilty pleasure song? Some people wouldn't expect you to listen to.
Ooh, I love "Funny Thing" by, Thundercat.
Do I know that?
Maybe it's like, "Do you mind if I wild out a little? 'Cause I'm just a little drunk and I wanna come party with you." I feel like it might
Okay.
be
Yeah, I
but
caught that end of it. Got it.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like Thundercat.
Yeah, it's just upbeat, like, I just feel like, yeah. It just makes me feel immediately happy, like,
Mm-hmm.
when I listen to the song, so I feel like, yeah. Like I said, I really love house music, so that's kinda pop house-ish. So, yeah.
Nice, nice. Who do you think is underrated or needs more recognition?
I say Flo Milli, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know how to explain it. I think Flo Milli is big. Like, she, headline shows and like she like is very known, but I feel like she should be like way bigger than what she is. Like, I feel like all of her projects have been super unique. Like, I want to say like the last 2 albums that she put out, like the theme was kind of like Oxygen or like MTV, like old kind of shows and
Yeah.
stations or whatever.
Hmm.
Like she had quoted like the Claremont twins or whatever, and then like in her video, like she had them in the video, like I don't know. I just thought it was cool that like she connected all those people. And I want to say like it was a video that she was like cosplaying New York from like Flavor of Love, and then
Hmm.
New York was like in one of the videos. So, and I think she's unproblematic. I think she's unproblematic. I haven't heard of anything, happening related to her, but she just kind of like, get her money, make her music,
Hmm.
look good doing it. She's a vibe. So I would say, yeah,
Good
give her
choice.
flowers.
Good choice. I like that choice. And then, what's your hot take on this trend? This trend, Teacher Bay.
Mm.
Is that happening on TikTok?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think I'll take something. So yeah, I have been seeing things revolve in Teacher Bay. Do I think her outfits are appropriate? Some of them were, but I think it was that one where she was wearing like that button up cardigan with the little short ass skirt with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
strap club heels. Now that was a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I do think that teachers should have some type of dress code because I mean, if the students are supposed to have a dress code, then I feel like hold everybody to the same standard. So
Right.
yeah. So from what I've seen, that was a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Amira. So I actually have a question for you. So what was your first impression of me, and what made you excited about this collaboration or like yeah things that you didn't expect? I don't know. Just yeah, what did you think?
Um, that's a good question. I think when you initially shared like your um just your page and profile
Mm-hmm.
information, I liked how like organized your presentation of yourself was. Um, I have been kind of used to working with a lot of guys
Mm-hmm.
and having to pretty much kind of do that stuff for
Yeah.
them. And so you kind of came already with certain things in place that made it that much easier for me to kind of hop right into the areas that we decided that we wanted to focus on for you. So I really appreciate that about you still. Um, very, very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so story time about how me and Amira met. It was through a mutual friend that we had, and then I wound up meeting him through a friend that I had. So just a whole bunch of networking. Wound up meeting my friend Ty. He also makes music. He's a rapper, super dope. Check him out. Um, and I just was posting like, okay, I want a talent manager. Like I want somebody to kind of help me with like my booking and just like artist support, just different things that I needed, I feel like for myself to help me get to the next level. And so my friend was like, oh, I got the perfect person for you. So I'm like, okay, like, let's see it. And so he came up with a mirror. And then I want to say we probably had like an initial meeting and we just really clicked. Like I feel like she was super professional and I just feel like the way that we thought, I feel like we think kind of alike. Like normally when I say something, she'd be like, yeah, I definitely was just thinking that or like I was already on top of it. So like I feel like yeah, it's hard to find people that you mesh like really well with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to find people that you mesh really well with. So I'm glad that yeah we have that type of dynamic. What's some other things that happen? Yeah, and I feel like too we kind of have like a background in like social media management and kind of
Mm-hmm.
like video production. So I feel like it's easy for me to tell you too like okay I was kind of thinking this and like
Mm-hmm.
you know exactly how to execute it.
Mm. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think your experience with um, what's the official title? Like events,
like
coordination and stuff
coordination,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah, yep.
and just having the responsibility of leading on projects and like management type
Mm-hmm.
things. That makes two heads are always better than one. So um, yeah, that's what helps me and gets keeps me going on my side as well. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Dream team. So, also, what do you feel like has been the most memorable moment between us or the funniest moment between
Hmm.
us?
Um, I think our kind of like after we have like the business discussions, I think we get into just like the random conversations about life or maybe something that may have taken place after a show or interaction with somebody. I think those combos are always pretty funny to me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be wilding when I be on the phone with Amira. She probably like, this girl is crazy, which I agree. I am crazy. At least I know. But my favorite moment, yeah, I can't think of anything in particular, but I just feel like we're always cracking up. Like, and I feel like I don't know. I don't know how people are with their talent managers or their like supportive team or whatever, but I don't know. I don't want to be nobody's boss. Like, I'm not super strict. I just feel like, this should flow. This should be cool. So, like, yeah, we crack a few jokes here and
Hmm.
there. Like, yeah, we be cussing, or at least I be cussing. I'm not gonna put that on the mirror, but like, but yeah, like, it just be a good time.
Yeah, because I always want everybody to feel comfortable enough to just be themselves. You don't got to be super like uptight or whatever. Because I don't want to be like that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just rather you be yourself, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, and I feel like some memorable moments between us was honestly, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I wouldn't say that I've had bad events, but it's things that could have been better at said events. I don't want to even talk about that because I'm grateful for every event that I get. But we just always reflect on like, okay, this could have been a little bit better. And so yeah, sometimes we be like, yeah, this was a little crazy, and we gonna make sure we amend that contract so that this craziness don't happen for the next time. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely a lot of background stuff that be going on that isn't necessarily the best, but we definitely pivot the best
Hmm.
that we can.
Yeah, this is all. I look at it as we're both kind of at the very beginnings of uh, just this journey, and so we're learning, we're taking notes and making the improvements every experience and opportunity. So yeah, we love artist development, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. I definitely feel like I'm way better than or better off skill wise than I was a few years ago. And I also feel like you said, the event coordination job really helped me kind of see how to like different from an artist standpoint, but from being the person that is seeking talent and booking and doing contracts, it's like then I kind of know how to go into business meetings for myself
Hmm.
since I have that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who are some artists and musicians that you've been listening to or that you've been able to go to some of their live shows recently?
I honestly don't even know the last time I went to a concert. I feel like I have seen somebody, but I cannot think of who it is.
You just went to what's her name? Elle.
Yeah, oh my god. Yes, I did. So I went to go see El Varner at City Winery. City Winery, I really love City. I honestly want to say I loved them. My experience wasn't the best. Our like service wasn't good, like the server
Yeah.
that we had, but like the overall ambiance stuff like that, that was cool. But El Varner, she sings that one song, "Can I get a refill?" And then she got that song with J. Cole too. So I thought that was dope. I like experiences that like you're really close to people or like it's a more intimate experience. Like I want to say that venue probably held like maybe like 200 something people,
Hmm.
and we were really close to the stage. So like I feel like that was cool versus going to like a stadium kind
Yeah.
of tour. Um who else have I seen within the past year? Honestly, I have no clue. I feel like I haven't really been to any concerts, but I definitely want to go to some concerts.
Yeah. Like
But
who?
um I definitely want to go see Leon Thomas. He's going to be in Chicago in December. I wish I could have saw Dochi. She's gonna be there on October the 14th. But when I tell you them pre-sales was gone in 2 seconds, they was gone in 2 seconds.
Not bad.
I'm kind of mad about that. Um, Thundercat actually is gonna be in
Hmm.
Chicago in November. I'm gonna see if I got the funds for that.
Hmm.
Um, and then I want to say, Drewski just announced that he's doing the like should have been tour, could have been
Oh wow.
records, whatever. And
Hmm.
like Chief Keef's supposed to be there. G Herbo, I think like Justin Bieber. Yeah, like it's a whole bunch of like weird artists that you wouldn't think that was gonna be in the same
Yeah.
space. So yeah, I want to try to go to that.
Okay.
And then they always have Big Jam in Chicago every year. They usually have like the main artists that are from Chicago, and then kind of like whoever's trending. So like I'm sure like Sexy Red, Glorilla gonna be there,
Okay.
but that
Okay.
happens every December. So yeah, I wish I could have went to the Breezy Bowl tour.
Yeah.
But honestly, I kind of heard some mixed reviews about that. I heard that they like changed the stage format like the night before and got rid of a whole bunch of seats, and like they didn't notify the people that
Uh,
they changed it, and so they basically showed up and they had nowhere to sit.
Wait, specifically in Chicago or just other locations?
I think I saw it in Chicago and in Atlanta. I want to say the Chicago show. It was. I think this show was supposed to be at football stadiums, but his was at a baseball stadium. So like it's a little bit different like layout,
Mm,
and I think they're smaller. So
dang.
yeah, I would have been mad. You know,
Yeah.
spent $2,000 to go see Chris Brown.
Yeah. I definitely do need another Chris Brown live performance experience. It's been a minute. I think it had to be over 10 years ago now, which sounds crazy.
Dang, them tickets was probably cheap.
Man, it was at the venue in Noblesville. I forget the name of it. It was the
Yeah.
outdoor spot. But yeah, probably one of my favorite experiences thus far.
Yeah, I feel like Chris Brown, he's always gonna put on a good show. It's funny because Michael Jackson's birthday just passed, and so I had went to the like block party that they had. First of all, the Michael Jackson impersonators looked crazy. He looked scary. And I told my boyfriend, I'm like, Chris Brown is the best Michael Jackson impersonator that we have. Like, honestly, they just need to go hire him to do that type
Hmm.
of stuff, like the tributes, things like that.
Yeah.
Cause yeah.
At that point, he gonna be good and overworked. I don't know how he keeps up his energy for real.
Yeah. The fact that he's like what, like 35-ish, and he be back flipping and doing all
Still.
this. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I could barely run down the street.
So
The angel light be on.
how you feel like your personal performance experience will be in the future? Like, what type of things do you want to incorporate to your sets and stuff?
Yeah, I want it to be like, I'm overzealous when I say this. When I say Beyonce, I don't literally mean everything that Beyonce does, but I like how she kind of has like the big screens, like with the graphics. Like she'll be kind of playing like little videos, like in between. Like, yeah, you could definitely tell that she put a lot into like her. I don't know what that's called, but just basically like the visuals for
Yeah.
the tour. Um, Definitely great costumes. Like I feel like I'm a very dramatic person, dramatic with the looks. So I feel like, yeah, definitely got to get some good brands to, do the tour. Like I want to say like Beyonce used like Muzaki Mugler, made like a lot of her costumes, which is
Okay.
like couture, like I don't, yeah, but very high end, very cool. I would definitely want to do a collaboration like that with a big fashion house, have them make my costumes. Um, Also know everything down to a T. Beyonce, like if it's a light off, she gonna be like, "Why was
Yeah.
37B not flashing like this?" Like, I
Yeah.
just want to be able to, know my whole set, know everything that should be going on, just in case there is some type of error. And yeah, I just want it to be an experience. Like I feel like when people think of like strings, they think like it's gonna be like a very boring concert, but like I wanted to give the esque of like a rock concert. Like I wanted to be like a vibe. And I just also want people to feel like, dang, I saw Mooda like 3 times, but I'm gonna definitely go see her again because every time I go see her, it's an amazing set.
We're on our way. I know
Yeah.
you're on your way. So going into 2026, what are some things that you're looking forward to do for yourself, personally and professionally?
Loki, that's crazy that you said 2026. Like that just feels so like futuristic.
Yeah, we're right
And where
there.
did 2025 go? Where did 2024 go? I feel like honestly, since the pandemic started, time has just been speeding up. I don't know where the last 5 years went, to be honest. But things that I'm working on for next year. So I really wanted to put out like a EP, which I know like me and you have been talking about that like behind the scenes. But I kind of came to the conclusion like, let me just take bite-sized pieces, manageable pieces. Like I think I could, bust out a song and then do some like promotion in regards to that versus like trying to do like 5 songs and then put it out. So I'm working on this one song right now. It doesn't even have a title. Yeah, I would just kind of was vibing, but yeah, so I'm working on this song and it has like a kind of house popish kind of vibe. I feel like I'm trying to keep things like upbeat. Like I love a good R&B song, but like I feel like it's a time to dance. Like I feel like people should kind of get up, move around. So I don't want to be sad, or I don't want people to like typecast me either. Like Keisha Cole, I feel like her brand was very much sad songs for a long time. Like not saying that she don't got bops, but like I feel like when you think of her, you think of like brokenhearted love girl type of vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm trying to work on some stuff that's like club worthy, dance worthy, like
Yeah. We need that. The world needs that.
yeah. And then I know like we've been talking about me trying to get more like wedding engagements or corporate engagements. Oh, you all don't know, but I got a new talent manager. Her name is Kixia. And me, her, and Amirah, we always meet maybe like once every 2 weeks. And so she's also kind of helping with that. And we have a lot of meetings that talk about like, okay, what is the direction that you want to go into, or what are like your goals? So we are always like just reflecting on kind of like the direction that we want to go in. So yeah, so also working on getting these corporate engagements.
Yeah.
Cause I'm trying to make some money. I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Okay, you ready for this? You ready for this game?
Yes.
All right, let's get into it. So this is like word association. I'm gonna give you 3 different words, and you just pretty much share or sing the song that comes to mind.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes. I'm for the best of
All right, first one. Let's go with heart.
That's probably the easiest. Yeah, I messed up already. I don't know.
What we got? We got a 10, 15-second timer.
Yeah, I'm like
timing this?
Loki.
Um, nothing. Nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but no, I can't think of nothing. So.
Got you. Let's go with dance.
I just want to dance with somebody. Yeah. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah.
Okay. Whitney. Um, Next one we have is time.
Do you remember the time? I was just like, I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, we got Michael Jackson. And then how about light?
You are the light of my life. Is that how
Okay.
it works or something? I don't know. I hope so.
Who is that? Faith?
I want to say Faith.
What's the name of that song though? I just remember from the sample.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that Faith? Okay. And then last one, let's go fire.
Fire. I don't know the rest of it. That was probably more than like 10 seconds. I don't know.
No, that was good. Because I definitely really couldn't think of that one. And I can't think of who sings that either. You went with all the OGs. I like that.
I know, yeah, those were some old songs. Like, shit, I don't know.
I'm not mad at it. Okay, next we're gonna have Zachariah come in to compete a little bit with Mooda here, with the word association game. All right, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so your first word is going to be gold.
Gold digger. Kanye.
Okay. Nice. Good choice. Let's see. Let's go with mind.
Somebody with mine did it. Can it be an artist as well? Just anything with mine in it?
Yeah.
My girl, mindless behavior.
Oh, actually, he can start over because he ain't got no timer.
Oh. All right, we doing a new word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next one I have is burn. Burn. Sorry.
Oh, Burn, Usher.
Mm-hmm. What song? How it go?
I don't know. I hear it on the radio from time to time though.
Crazy.
Crazy in Love, Beyonce.
Mm-hmm. That was real quick.
Yeah, that was a little too quick.
How about time?
I'm stumped.
Oh, wait, I gave her time, didn't I? Dream.
Love Your Girl, The Dream.
And then last one, home.
Home, Brent Fayez.
Okay. We got some new gen. Good stuff. Y'all ready for these more competition games? What we got over here?
So.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, everybody, I'm Mooda Xo, and it's game time. Today, we're going to be playing Cotton Ball Scoop. You may have seen this viral game on TikTok. So, the contestant has 30 seconds to get as many cotton balls into this plastic bowl, and may the best woman win.
3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like I was good. Well, I feel like I got all of them. I mean, we can redo it if you feel like I was cheating, but.
Right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
These speakers feel kind of light. Yeah, treacherous.
3, 2, 1, time.
Lovely.
Hey everybody, so for this next game, it's called Suck It Up. And honestly, y'all need to get y'all head out the gutters. So each contestant has 30 seconds to transfer an M&M into a bowl via straw. Let's get into it.
All right, everybody ready?
Yes.
Right, 30 seconds starts.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hold on. It's like it will not stay.
If you started laughing, I would have probably had this whole way.
So what's the count?
Look at this fat one. I only got 5.
Okay, yeah.
She killed me.
Should we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I got 8.
Okay, so final results. What did y'all get?
I have 8.
I got 5.
All right, so we have Mooda with another tally.
Congratulations.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Well, that's the end of the games. And as you can see, I was the winner. I didn't have much competition. I'm just kidding. I had a great time. I thought it was super fun. So the first game that we played was the song association game, which is always a blast. The second game we played was the cotton ball scoop. And the third game we played was called Suck It Up. So thank you so much for joining me. And we'll see you at the next segment.
So Mooda, I want to thank you for joining us here today. Tell everybody where they can find you on socials and how they can help you celebrate your special day.
Yeah, so you could find me on socials, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much everything, Mooda Xo. And also you can help me by celebrating Mooda Xo Day by streaming my music, streaming my stuff on YouTube. And also sending a video of, what you like about my artistry or what you like about me, and I will repost it. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it.